Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com.
All right, so welcome back to the show. Wow, what an incredible first segment we had. Make sure you continue to stay tuned and make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliancs.com. In fact, check out a past episode where I had the CEO of Insperity on, Paul Savardi. You can go to Insperity.com too to learn more. But with that, we have with us Annelize Raihl of Insperity. She's an employee benefits human resources expert working with companies providing workforce solutions. So we're going to learn a whole lot more about what she does and all that. In fact, Annelize, tell us a little bit about who you are.
My name is Annelize. I live here in Phoenix. And I work in Scottsdale. I have a family. I have 3 children, and I've just love being in Phoenix and being part of the community.
Fantastic. And how did you get involved in this? Well, first of all, define what human capital management is.
Think about this. Anything that touches an employee that works for you from their life cycle, from the moment you interviewed them, till the day they retire or fire your company, your organization. So anything that touches them, from payroll to taxes to development to benefits, anything and everything, the service, the compliance, that is human capital management. And we work with companies how to harness that to get the ROI out of that.
And is there a specific type size that your company services? What's that space?
Well, we can work anything from 5 to 5,000, but there's a little wiggle room here and there. We've had companies leave way past 5,000 when they've outgrown. And then we've had companies that start off with 2 employees because they're going to be 5 within that year or 2. So we meet you where you are at. We take a look at you, your HR strategy, and you all have different needs. So we meet you based on where your needs are.
So how does Insperity fit into this? What do you exactly then do for your clients?
Paul, as you've mentioned, he's put us here to help the community grow. So we take a look at different companies and their sizes and where they are. And Insperity will take a look at their HR strategy. Is this something that is helping their business propel forward? Are you growing? How can we help you? Or not? Are we not at the right spot to propel you or grow or develop you? Or you have different tools that's your needs? Sometimes we say, okay, not right now, or we take a look at your vision and what you have, and we build a solution around it, and it's a fit, and we move forward from there. So Insperity has a broad range of services, and we take a look of what works. Paul pays me to work with everybody for free, so to speak, because he pays me. So I'm just here to service and bring solution and take a look at what you have and see, is there something else, or do I give you 100% score?
Right. Talk to us about some of the key components, especially maybe on the smaller end and then to the larger end of what people utilize your service for, and why don't they just try to do it themselves?
We see that a lot. I talk to these wives and they're like, my husband makes me do this. I don't want to. And they have a small business and she's like, I got to do payroll weekly or bi-weekly. I can't take the weekend off because I have to plan or can't do this. So for the smaller businesses, we really can step in because the office manager, the wife, the owner, they started that company for a product, a service, not to run payroll, to all of a sudden sit on the phone with the IRS, because I hear this all the time. It took me 3 hours today to get an answer on this from the IRS. They are pulling their hair out, and that your CEO income is so much worth more than 3 hours. The money you are burning sitting on the phone. So those are the day-to-day tactical, block and tackling we take care of that you don't even have to think about if you have us on your team at that small business level.
Oh man, that's fantastic, because it's a headache if you're not experienced, you don't do it full time. It's a headache to incorporate into it. I think you nailed it right with businesses. Focus on your core.
Yes. Who goes into business because they just want to have people? I'm gonna go into business because I want to pay people and have them around me at all times and just work with the IRS and compliance. Nobody. They do it for a passion, for a service, because they want to make money or whatever drives them.
Absolutely. And what drives me is having incredible people being interviewed like yourself. In fact, you're watching, listening to me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. Make sure that you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com, the only place where entrepreneurs align. In fact, we have with us Annelize Raihl of Insperity, an employee benefits human resources expert working with companies providing workforce solutions. She can be reached at Insperity.com. Once again, that's Insperity.com. In fact, you may have the lifetime opportunity to see her in person or online at one of our many experiences because she is part of the Eliances community. In fact, Annelize, what has it been like for you to be part of the Eliances community?
It's been great. I've gotten to know a lot of caring people. So I've seen that everybody there that I've met over time, and I'm growing relationships, are truly want to help those around them. They shared their thoughts, they shared their ideas, their passions, and we all come together to come up with solutions and find ways to drive them further. So very similar to our mentality that I have at Insperity. So for me, it is absolutely a perfect home because we all come with the same mindset of how can we help each other be better. So I love the experience.
And what are some of maybe the most common misconceptions about what you do? Because it touches, as you mentioned, so many things, and I'm sure people sometimes get it wrong.
Yeah, there's quite a few misconceptions. Let me start with you just payroll and benefits. I hear that a lot. I get we're too big, we're too small. I hear that. And those things are just not where we're at. Or I have human resources department. I don't need you. Or, I have 5 people. That's not HR. As soon as you have a person, that's a human capital. And that comes with regulations and rules. And yes, we do have payroll. And yes, we do have benefits. But at our core, we are HR. And yes, your people do need payroll and your people do need benefits. So those are little pieces inside of who we are, but that is not all. That is a tiny, tiny little piece. Right, so those are the things. And we're not here to come and say, hey, Susie in HR, thank you very much for the last 10 years. But now we're going to put it somewhere else. Absolutely not. When Susie started in HR, she probably went to school, she studied, she got a degree, and then she ended up doing paperwork. She doesn't do the strategy, the vision, the culture she has dreamed of. So when we find working with HR teams, they love it because they're like, oh my goodness, I don't have to do the tactical stuff anymore. I don't have to do that admin. You are here to back me up, support me. I can now actually be who I wanted to be all along. Thank you. And then I feel like I have a partner. I have another person I can just call and talk to because we have dedicated team members. It's not an 800 number for your small business as well. You know a name. So you feel like you have somebody to talk to as well.
Boy, that's fantastic. Again, what you do, because it is, you're right. If it's not their specialty, it becomes, how do I do it? How do I learn how to do it? All the different, and like that, you guys keep up, I'm assuming, with all the regulation, which there's always new ones coming out.
Last year, I think it was over 30 in 1 year. I mean, it's constant. And we try to stay ahead of it. For example, COVID. When COVID hit, we were ahead of it. So when the PPP loans, people were applying, most of our clients, we were ready with those reports. We were communicating out to our clients. We didn't wait for them to come to us. So most of them got their loans in the first try because we were preparing. So as soon the bank crisis, what was Paul doing on the weekend? Thinking about our clients. What are they going to think? So he's preparing, and we already on Monday communicated out. So we are always there. You don't have to call us. We will reach out to you. We will be there for you. We have skin in this game. We want to see you get better.
That's fantastic. Well, I got to tell you, what you do is incredible. Annelize Raihl of Insperity, an employee benefits, human resources expert working with companies providing workforce solutions. Make sure that you go to Insperity.com. You've been listening, watching me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. You know the only place where entrepreneurs align. Go to Eliances.com, Eliances.com. Thank you so much again, Annelize.
Thank you, David, for all your support.
Yes. But you got to dance with me too. Part of